sports talk worldwide with some news from the NBA. So y'all check this out. Well, blurt it out like I said. The NBA, for me, is starting to become pathetic, right? Unfortunate to say that now, a long-time NBA fan, a league passer, which means, I watch a lot of different games. When you become a league passer, be careful because you're starting to watch a lot of teams. You probably won't have any favorites anymore because, everyone has a storyline and you start wishing everyone well. That's the only disadvantage by becoming a league passer, right? But I've been for about the last 4 years a league passer. I watch a lot of NBA, but it's becoming pathetic because we're watching NBA for decades. And what I mean is, we had a game the other day in regulation, about 149 to 146. I think it was the Wizards versus the New Jersey, right? Or Brooklyn, excuse me. Brooklyn Nets, right? So, that's in regulation. Those are all-star game scores. All-star game scores, right? That's why I don't watch the all-star game. I think a lot of league passers probably don't. You take that like 3 or 4 days off. You might watch the dunking contest, maybe three-point contest or whatever. But the game, there's no defense being played. So therefore, why watch it, right? That's just me. But it's like I'm not watching a game with no defense. So that's filtering over to normal basketball, right? Because I've told you, they have basically banned defense in the NBA. Now listen, 40 three-point shots a game is what people are putting up, right? It's only 48 minutes in the game, man. Every minute there's a three-point shot going up. Why would that be? Yeah, because you can't defend them anyway. You can only put your hand up there. You can't do anything to defend them, so why wouldn't you shoot 3 points? And then, hey, if someone does happen to jump, even in this invisible cylinder is what you're supposed to have above you, right? Even if he jumps, the guy from three-point line can jump into him. He can move to the left, move to the right, move forward, and jump into him. He can basically initiate the contact and then get rewarded 3 shots. That should be banned. Any offensive player initiating contact, no matter how, all this swing through, you don't swing through to take a shot. No, you come through this lane, swinging your arm. That's why I can't watch James Harden for years. So I'm so happy Westbrook is not playing with him anymore because I watch Westbrook, but I can't watch James Harden. James Harden is awesome, but it's also because he's realized if they're calling like this, then let me get all the tricks I need. Why would you think he has a step back 3? Because what you would have to do to block it is go forward. If you do that and he just pump fakes, you're in the air. He gets 3 shots. That shouldn't be. Take the ball out of bounds if that's what. We ain't giving nobody three-point shots, 3 free throws because he barely got fouled at the 3-point line. It has to be something hard, right? We got to get this down from 140. I mean, people are averaging, how many people, about 20 people, 21 people are averaging 20 points or more. Just 10 years ago, it was only 10, right? Double. Everybody's averaging 20 points because if you think about it, make 3 threes and then, get 2 pump fakes at the 3-point line. That's 6 more shots and you go into the foul line for all kind of other stuff anyway, even if you're initiating the contact. And then it goes further. Then they will call these people that are playing right now more skilled than people that are playing 20 years ago. And I think that's blasphemous. I think the people who were playing 20 years ago should rise up and say they're not more skilled. It's not really skilled to stand in the short corner 3, right, and wait for the ball because somebody else who needed a high pick and roll, ain't nobody taking nobody off the dribble with their same size. You might see somebody 6'2" take somebody 6'11" off the dribble, right? But if they both the same, like, wait, give me a pick and then I can, really, I need a pick and then from there we can dance. That's not more skilled than before. The rules are making the game way too easy for people that are making that kind of millions. Right? And it's for people who've watched it over decades, you're seeing a drop-off. It's way too easy. Why can't we have games that are 80 to 85, right? Because defense is allowed, right? They put 3-point shot in there, told you can't defend it. They put zone defenses in there so they can hide people that can't play defense in a zone. Zone has no business in the NBA. Shouldn't be there. It's like these are the best, the top athletes, millionaires. Either you can play defense or you should be a liability. Right? Because we got you on the team because you're really a great shooter or something. But somebody got to help you on defense like it used to be. Now, with this, you see no low post battles between centers anymore. Right? Do you? Centers are not even allowed to go to the All-Star game basically no more. That's been for about 5, 6 years now. So we don't have any center battles. We don't have no low post, no drop steps, no reverse pivots, no baby jump hooks. All of those little things that we had are off. They're off limits, right? Let me tell you something. Great players that are in the NBA, like the Greek Freak, being questioned how great he is. Just put up a legendary season last year in about 30 minutes. Put up about 30, 15, and and about 4 or 5 assists with blocks and steals, right? His PER was ridiculous for 30 minutes of basketball. And we're saying that he's not that great because he can't pull up and just shoot threes, right? But all the other skills that he needs, he has. Okay, maybe he doesn't put up for mid-range at all either, right? But don't say he doesn't have a low post game. He finishes with both hands, which a lot of people are not, right? It's a great player. But right now it's being reduced to, because they packed it in. They wouldn't have been able to do that years ago, right? So now because he's not a three-point shooter, he's not as great as he is. He should be. I'm glad he got MVP because he should. But Ben Simmons, same thing. Ben Simmons is not a three-point shooter. We keep talking about that. Ben Simmons can do everything on the court. Basketball savant, genius out there, right? Genius, actually. Can't shoot. He's not considered that good. Jared Allen, the fro. I watch him. He's in Cleveland now. But I watch me some Jared Allen. I know what I see. I see this guy here, he's got something. Okay, maybe he might shoot a mid-range if it takes an hour to come defend him. If not, he's going to finish only around the basket. A guy that's almost extinct, but doing a damn good job. Keep your eye on Jared Allen. The fro. He doesn't say much or do much, but when he's on the court, he's definitely a positive, positive to watch, right? But no one's going to talk about him because he's not going to stretch the floor, as a stretch 5 now. Since Dirk Nowitzki was stretch 4, now it's stretch 5. The 5 have to, go and get out the zone so some little dude can come in the middle. Really. Look at the Lopez brothers. But definitely Brook. Brook Lopez on the low block is extraordinarily good. Extraordinarily good. But now we can't even see that talent that he has down there because he's got to shoot threes. Now, credit to him. He's become one, and he can shoot threes at a very high clip, and it's a credit to his talent level. But he's 7 foot. I mean, put him down there. He's going to make his free throws, too. Now, is Brook Lopez a little clumsy? Yes, I'm 7 foot and big. Well, I'm going to make a turnover or 2. Give me the ball on a low block, and I'm going to score the peel. Right? 3 out of 4 times, for sure. But we don't even get to see it no more. We got him out there. Dwight Howard, he's extinct. DeAndre Jordan, extinct. Almost. Look at a guy like Miles Turner. Miles Turner, let me tell you something. This dude, we know he blocks shots. He's leading block shots right now, right? But he had a mid-range game. He would never miss from mid-range. Never. He would always make it. When he shot, I was like, oh, that's going in. Miles Turner. Now, he has such a good touch that he's extending it to the three-point line, right? But I'm pretty sure they banned him from shooting the mid-range, which he never misses, because of his three-point analytics, right? DeMar DeRozan, LaMarcus Aldridge and them boys. Those are mid-range guys, right? But now, hey, man, you better shoot threes in order to do that. This guy, Russell Westbrook, right? Oh, he's not a great shooter. That's the point. I'm not a great shooter, am I? And matter of fact, Russell Westbrook is not the best at ball handler either. It just don't let his athleticism fool you. If he's got to do 2 crossovers in a minute, he's going to fumble the ball. It's my boy, but I'm going to tell you what his weakness is. He's not a great ball handler, in my opinion, and he's not a great shooter. But that's awesome to be able to average 30, 10, and 10, or 30, 11, 11, and have 3 years in a row with averaging a triple-double without being able to shoot. That's the whole point about that. That's an effort. And these guys, just because they can't shoot, we're calling them that they're not extraordinarily awesome, because everyone has to shoot this uncontested three-point shot, which is not impressive to anybody who's played. It's just not, right? I'm surprised that the older guys are not saying this. This is not, it's like, hey, man, we're going to shoot up a whole bunch of threes. We shoot up 40 a game. If we make 15 of them, we're doing well, right? And the crowd must be young, because I'm like, man, what am I, Scrooge or something? Because I'm just complaining. I'm looking at it, and I'm like, man, this is absolutely ridiculous. You can't shoot threes. And then, what really irks me, especially as being a coach, because I'm not coaching right now, but I've coached about 20-something years. And I'm going to tell you something. If my big would be in the zone, I don't give a damn what kind of analytics. If you in the zone, damn near by yourself, and you passing out to the short corner three, I'm pulling you out the game, and you getting chewed the hell out. I don't care what you've been watching on TV. You're 6'9" or above. You're finishing in the zone. You're finishing, right? Period. I don't care who's out there, unless it's Steph Curry. And if we're saying as though we ain't gonna have Steph Curry on the team, other than Steph Curry, we're not throwing the ball to nobody out there. You're gonna finish right here. It's uncontested. It's absolutely ridiculous, right? Let me tell you how bad it's gotten. There was a lot of Hall of Fame players that would have problems in this era. They wouldn't be Hall of Famers. Now we know the defenders like a Ben Wallace or Dennis Rodman. You wouldn't be out there. You wouldn't be out there. They would be like, he's a great defender, but man, he has to be able to stretch the floor. What are we going to do on the offensive side of the ball? Because these guys didn't want to shoot at all. I think some good centers would have problems playing right now. Look at a Ewing, a Patrick Ewing, right? He ain't going to shoot no threes. And Patrick Ewing had a good, nice touch, soft touch and everything. But I'm not sure if Ewing would be so effective in this NBA. David Robinson either. You know, I'm not sure how good they would be. Now, Hakeem Olajuwon is my favorite player of all time, so I think he would probably be able to do this because he's just more versatile and a better mover than those guys. But I'm not sure of how effective a Patrick Ewing or David Robinson or Bill Russell. Doesn't he got 11 titles? Wasn't the best offensive player ever? You know, about 6'9", 6'10", and not an offensive player. Would he even be able to play nowadays? Even Shaq. Shaq is just huge, and he would run, rim run, and, go down there and get in somebody's way and dunk it. But if that ain't happening, Shaq had no mid-range game, right? Nothing. I'm dunking or that's it. And then he ain't shooting free throws either. I'm not sure, right? And here's one for you. One of my top 3 players of all time, Showtime himself, Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson had a set shot, and he wasn't shooting it that much. Magic Johnson would probably have an issue in this NBA. Because it's Ben Simmons. And Simmons is having an issue. And Simmons is more athletic than Magic Johnson. I would say Magic Johnson passes better than anybody ever. But Ben Simmons is close to that. But, I'm never going to say anybody passes good than Magic Johnson. Not if you live through it. Maybe from the highlights you see. But if you live through it, you know damn well Magic Johnson, he passes better than anybody. Right? But the bottom line is, how effective would he be? Because he ain't stretching the floor. Magic Johnson shoot a 3, you going to turn around and go get the rebound. Right? Just like you would with Ben Simmons or Dwight Howard or anyone else. So I'm just saying, I know it's a Scrooge type of video, but it's getting pathetic when we're watching a normal regular season game that's 150 to 145. Right? That's because, listen, the Players Association needs to complain. Right? You have people that earn their money playing defense, and they're not allowing you. They have basically banned defense in the NBA. And I don't think that is. That's because basically the NBA is not rewarding anything that's athletic. And I'm going to say it like I say in every other video. 3-point shot shouldn't be 3. But if that's going to be 3 points, if we're going to reward that for 3 points, a shot from there, from people that are in the gym 6 days a week for hours, right, that's worth 3 points, and you can't contest it, then damn it, a dunk on somebody should be 3 points. Okay? A dunk on somebody. Somebody put their hand up there trying to block your dunk. You should get 3 points for that. Now, the guy who blocked the dunk, if you get up there and block a dunk, which is, you need timing, you need the referee not to call a foul, you have a whole bunch of reasons not to go up there, including being on somebody's poster, right, getting your wrist hurt, and then getting your feelings hurt. There's a whole bunch of reasons not to go up to try to block a dunk. So if somebody goes up and block a dunk, that should be worth an extra foul. Meaning, if the guy still has 6 fouls, he gets an extra one, which means now he got 7. Which means he can go up there and contest more often. And we can reward athletic plays. But we're not. It's a reason, but I'm going to keep it positive. But it's starting to get too blatant here. Right? It's way too much offense and no defense. I don't know if the NBA is saying all of our fans that we have are casual fans, but some are not. And I don't see in any of these mainstream programs that no one is addressing this. It is way too much offense, right? And the players are not more skilled. Because all you have to do is be able to shoot a three, and then all of a sudden you got a job. Even when you can't play defense, then we'll just get in the zone and hide you. Why would that be? Think about it, you guys. Doma Sports Talk, worldwide, and I'm about to here, y'all.